Hi everyone, my name is Pineapple Kengetai Noskumbuzomnisi Samoyo. I know it's a mouthful, and you are watching Legit on ZTN. I am an energetic fireball, Swazi, mixed with Zimbabwean flavor. I am a dancer, a mother, a speaker, a hustler. I do it all. I come from a very strong family of women, a matriarchal household. At every point in my life, there was a strong woman helping me, pave way. My mom, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, who is still alive, bless her soul. My primary education was Greyston Park and Chishawasha Mission, so best of both worlds. And then I went on to Queen Elizabeth Girls High School. Then after that, I took 2 gap years figuring out my life. And then I went to the Christian College of Southern Africa, where I studied journalism and mass communication. Funny enough, I'm not a journalist. And then I went to Nafuna, where I did my internship, and then Capi Talk 100.4 FM, where I was there for a year. And then I went to Dyker McCann Advertising, where I was there for almost a year again. And then 2018, I was just like, deuces guys, and I started Pineapple Creative Studio, where I am now dancing, thriving, and living my best life. It's been amazing. It's actually turned out way better than I expected. It's been tough though, because arts in our country, it's not as, legit as you would want it to be. But I've just realized that I just keep my head down and keep running, keep doing what I'm doing. I do my lessons, I do my private lessons, I do events. The ball is rolling, in as much as our industry isn't that strong, especially the dance side. I wish it was more solid and, we had a certain fixed way of doing things, but I'm sure we will get there eventually. So BBC actually happened in a very funny way. I was actually DM'd on Instagram by one of their producers, and they were like, hey, you know what, we've been following your story and it's quite inspiring how you got the courage to leave your corporate job in Zimbabwe, knowing our economy and how things are. And they were just like, you know what, let's tell your story to the world. And this was in December, guys, December 2018. And I actually thought it was a joke. January came by, nothing. February, then they were like, yo, so we're landing, next week. And then they came through, we did the interview. February went by, March, April, May, and I was like, it's late. I knew it. My story wasn't good enough, When things don't happen in a certain time, then you start getting anxious and you think, oh, it's okay, it's fine, it's BBC after all, But then one morning I just woke up and I was tagged on Twitter and my story was there for the world to see. And that was just the assurance, that I needed, that I didn't know I needed, because I had actually given myself a year. I was just like, Chenge, you've left your job, and in a year, if things don't align and if they don't work out the way that you would want them to work out, then it's cool. We go back to corporate and make it work. Dance is a very unconventional career path, especially for an African woman. My name is Chengetai Noskumbuzomnisi Samoyo, also known as Pineapple, from Zimbabwe, and I am a dance fitness instructor and choreographer. The I Am Women's Conference was actually a first of its kind, and I was so honored, to just be a part of that panel. And I think I was actually the youngest person there. And being an artist, a performer, it's just like, they actually want me. It just goes to show that when you're authentic, when you're truly you, great things can happen. I was so humbled, and I just could not believe that I was amongst such powerful and amazing women. And I actually got to, go with my daughter on stage as well and do a dance session with her. It's just something that I want for her, that she knows that it can be done, it must be done, and it will be done by her, by us together. When I started my dancing career, I was already married. So my husband has definitely been the most supportive person. You know, I have a strong support system, you know, in my friends and in my family. They're my cheerleaders, but my husband definitely tops them all. In terms of dancing choreography, actually, I know it's going to sound weird, but I actually don't want to work with other dancers and other choreographers because I already know what they have to offer, what they bring. I want to work with people who have nothing to do with what I do. You know, that way there's an exchanging of ideas, an exchanging of cultures and interpretations of what dance can be. So I want to work with designers, I want to work with makeup artists, I want to work with doctors, you know, the people that you wouldn't expect to be dancing or to be doing things that have anything to do with dance, to make it much more interesting and inspiring, because at the end of the day, we are an ecosystem and we need to figure out and see how we can work together in the most amazing and creative way. So last year I got pregnant in February, and I just told myself I am going to try for as long as I can to continue being active and taking my classes. So I would actually go to the gym like every day. I went to the gym for I think about 5 months of my pregnancy. For the greater part, I was taking my dance classes. It was challenging. I'd be exhausted half the time, but because I'm so passionate about what I do, I was just like, you know what, I need to do this. And I had never seen a pregnant Zimbabwean woman dancing. So I was like, hey, might as well be the first. And it was quite an amazing and challenging experience. And I've gotten so many DMs and inboxes of women saying, you know what, you really inspired me. I really want to be active throughout my pregnancy. And I'm just like, yo, go for it. Just be you know, be authentic, and your people will find you. There's so many people doing what I'm doing. There's so many people doing what you are doing, but there's only one you, and only you can offer what you can offer. Don't be afraid to go for it. Being shy doesn't pay the bills. So put yourself out there. Even if you act like a fool, let people know your name, let people know what you're about, and never be afraid to tell your story. You can catch me on LinkedIn, Facebook as Chengetai Mnisi, and Instagram and Twitter, I am pineapple_ZW, or my business account at Pineapple Creative Studio ZW on Instagram and Facebook.